Hi, good evening, dear friends. This is Efrat from Jerusalem. Thank you again for joining this meeting every week. Such a long time, which is a huge support for all of us. So thank you. At the last few meetings, I share with you that the main issue here is a division within the society in Israel. And each time I focus about another angle of this division. I would like to bring today the division about the that can comes out in the very big demonstration that are keep going on the street, very powerful. And with this demonstration, there is the very strong voice to stop the war and bring all the hostages home, which is the main, which is a central issue now. And that after last week, where 6 hostages was killed by the Hamas, it's become more and more acute to do it. From the other hand, there is voices who say that this demonstration are not about the hostages, but very political to change the government. And actually, the both issues are connected because the biggest problem, if I might say, of the hostages and the continue of the war is the government that rule now here. So this is within the very tense atmosphere that we have. Thank you.
Hi, I have had some technical problems here. I hope that I'm online now.
Yes, you are, Helen.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I have been looking a little bit deeper into the Arab world. Like, say, it's something new for me. I'm really learning about this Arab Ummah, which is the Arab nation, and that is in great need of unity. As much as I understand, I will probably know better in the future. That divisions are very strong in this Arab world. We see it as a unit, but it is not a unit. Arab countries have condemned Israel's action in Gaza, and but they haven't done much. They say that Palestine that was once united this Arab world is being sidelined in favor of self-interest. So this is what I'm learning now about the lack of unity, about division in this world surrounding us while we are here inside having those big divisions and this war going on. So maybe in the future I'll be able to understand a little bit better what's going on outside of Israel in the world that surrounds it. Does this lack of unity have to do with affiliations and affinities to the East or the West? And what are the interests there? So I'm staying and I'm sharing with you. the big question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Helen and Efrat. Yes, division everywhere. So our work may hopefully contribute to holding the whole picture, a one picture, a oneness. Eventually, these parts finding their right relation again with each other. Okay, so let us start our work, settling into our physical body, to this inner quiet, feeling our heart, and focusing our awareness now in the center of the head, the stool of the director, from which we observe, from which we endeavor to see the wider picture. Let soul energy flood the personality, standing as souls in incarnation. Linking now with each other, reaching out with our hearts to each other. Meeting in the group heart, sense for a moment this group heart that we are building from week to week, consecrated. And let our minds gently come into resonance, unifying into one telepathic field. Holding together a lighted space. Linking with our group brothers and sisters around the globe. Standing together in the will to peace. So now in focused silence, let us turn our eyes to the Middle East. See in it Israel in its present borders, and the occupied territories of the West Bank, Palestinian territories, and the Gaza Strip, and surrounding it, Egypt to the south, Jordan and Syria to the east, and Lebanon to the north, with the other Arab Muslim nations around it. Let us just observe for a moment this complex and very volatile situation. All these divisions on all sides. Releasing all judging, just observing this emotional and mental dynamics. Like a huge trauma vortex. Now, standing in our shared, clear space, lighted space, let us attune with the higher co-workers who guide us in this work. Let our group heart be filled with this high vibration, this all-inclusive love. And in the aura of our higher co-workers, let us now reach upwards towards the divine plan, to that part of the divine plan that pertains to the Middle East. And seeing it from high up in a wider context. Being aware of the dark cloud that is still hanging over West Asia and Eastern Europe and the Balkan countries. Standing at the midway point between the outer condition in the Middle East and the higher forces of love and vision. Let us invoke these higher forces. And act as a conduit for them. See and sense a shaft of pure golden white light, broad and brilliant, flood West Asia. See a huge column of light pouring through all planes. Hold this column steady in the will to peace. See soul light flooding the mental sphere of the Middle East. Visualize the mental forces at play, slowly aligning to a more inclusive vision beyond all these divisions. Every human life is sacred. Only together, united, can peace be built. True peace. See the soul light pouring through into the emotional sphere of the Middle East, touching hearts, gently reorienting feelings of enmity towards the recognition that we have here a family conflict and that everyone involved is part of our own family. And just holding this in our heart, this process of reorienting, this process of recognizing, holding it in our will to love. See now the light pouring through into the etheric physical plane of the Middle East, penetrating into the earth, continuing this disintegration process of the old pattern of an eye for an eye. Disintegrating this old stuff. See a transmuting process underway within the pillar of light as a whole, on all planes, the mental, emotional, and the subconscious plane. Let's take a moment to hold space for this. within both the Jewish and the Arab Muslim population in the Middle East. From solar plexus to heart, from division to unity. Let pain bring due reward of light and love. Let light and love and power and death fulfill the purpose of the coming one. So that the rule of evil may now end. Visualize the possibility of an end to this violent conflict, and let us see it coming about through common agreement. Visualize these divisions, these different parts, different forces, working out agreements. Visualize a higher order based on right relations developing in West Asia. Inside every nation and between all these nations and all these religions, religious streams, right relations. Slowly establishing themselves. Let us hold this possibility, the vision of such a process in our consciousness for the people in the Middle East and throughout the world. As we sound now the great invocation in Hebrew and in Arabic.
מנקודת האור אשר בדעת אל, זרום האור אל דעת האדם. ירד האור על פני האדמה. מנקודת האהבה אשר בלב האל, יזרום האהבה אל לבבות אנוש. ישוב מורה עולם על פני האדמה. המרכז שבו נודע רצון האל, תנחה תכלית את רצונות אדם. תכלית אותה מורי האנושות יודעים ומשרתים. המרכז אשר נקרא המין האנושי, שם תוכנית האהבה והאור, ויחתם הפתח אל הרע. יהי רצון, ויחדשו אור אהבה ועוצמה, את התוכנית על פני האדמה. אמן.
من نقطة النور في العقل الإلهي ليشاع النور في عقول الناس وليهبط النور إلى الأرض. من نقطة الحب في القلب الإلهي ليتسرب الحب في قلوب الناس وليرجع معلم الكون إلى الأرض. من المركز الذي تعرف منها إرادة الله لتقود الغاية إرادة الناس البسيطة، تلك الغاية التي يدركها المعلمون ويخدمونها. من المركز الذي ندعم بالجنس البشري لينتج تسمين الحب والنور ويختم على الباب الذي يقيم به الشر، ليجدد النور والحب والقوة التسمين على الأرض. الله أمين. أوم. أوم.